What we just witnessed this weekend didn't just shake up the NASCAR Cup Series. It established a sequence of results and reactions that directly affect the competitive structure of the 2026 season. The outcome at Circuit of the Americas created both a statistical milestone and a developing internal conflict. A historic result occurred on track, and there's already tension building behind the scenes. These two elements define the current situation. The race at the Circuit of the Americas presented a road course environment where braking zones, tire wear, and strategy determine results. The driver at the center of the result is Tyler Reddick, competing for 23-1 Enzegu Racing, a team co-owned by Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin. The outcome was not limited to a single victory. It extended a sequence that began with wins at Daytona and Atlanta, followed by the win at COTA. This produced 3 consecutive wins to open the 2026 season. No one has ever done that. The record applies across both modern and earlier eras of the NASCAR Cup Series. The team achievement also aligns with historical benchmarks. 23 Sechis. Racing became the first organization since 1963, when Petty Enterprises accomplished the same result, to win the first 3 races of a season. The performance therefore connects current results with historical data from more than 6 decades ago. The margin of victory at COTA further reinforces the result, as the final gap was nearly 4 seconds. The race itself included structured stages and multiple incidents. During Stage 1, Shane van Gisbergen advanced from 13th position to 3rd place through consistent lap execution. Strategy differences appeared early, with some teams choosing short pitting to prioritize track position over stage points. The Stage 1 result included Ross Chastain in first position, followed by Van Gisbergen and other drivers such as Michael McDowell, AJ Allmendinger, Ty Gibbs, and Chase Elliott. These positions reflect early race competitiveness and strategy variation. Stage 2 introduced multiple disruptions. Connor Zilisch spun in turn 1 after contact from Daniel Suarez. Noah Gragson spun between turn 6A and 6B. Josh Berry looped it mid-pack but kept going. Alex Bowman got hit with a pass-through penalty for an uncontrolled tire. Austin Dillon lost major time with a broken shifter. Each of these events affected track position and pit strategy decisions. During this phase, Tyler Reddick moved into the lead after starting from pole position. A critical strategic decision occurred when Reddick pitted from the lead near the end of Stage 2. This decision removed him from contention for stage points but positioned him for the final stage. That right there, championship mindset, sacrifice short-term points for the long game. This decision directly influenced the final race outcome by prioritizing long-run track position over immediate points. Stage 3 contained the decisive sequence of events. Chase Briscoe experienced a mechanical failure in the rear of the car with 32 laps remaining, ending his race while running in the top 5. Green flag pit stops followed, with Reddick pitting with 26 laps left, followed by other leaders. A caution occurred when Ross Chastain lost a wheel on track. The caution period altered strategy again, as some drivers pitted while others remained on older tires. The drivers who stayed out included Reddick, Ryan Blaney, Van Gisbergen, and Connor Zilisch. The final restart created a direct competition between the leading drivers. Van Gisbergen passed Blaney for second. This positioned him directly behind Reddick for the final laps. Additional incidents occurred behind the leaders. Zilisch spun again in turn 1. Zane Smith got caught up. Kyle Busch made contact with teammate Jesse Love, which sent Chris Buescher spinning. Despite these incidents, the lead battle remained stable. The final sequence involved Reddick maintaining control while Van Gisbergen attempted to close the gap. You could see him stalking. Everyone watching was thinking, here it comes. However, the closing laps showed a decrease in pressure as Van Gisbergen did not achieve the required speed differential. With 5 laps to go, SVG started to fade. The cause is attributed to tire wear and aerodynamic conditions. Reddick maintained consistent lap times and extended the gap. He crossed the line nearly 4 seconds ahead. The final classification listed Reddick in first position, followed by Van Gisbergen, Christopher Bell, Ty Gibbs, and Michael McDowell. Additional positions included Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, AJ Allmendinger, and Denny Hamlin. The race covered 95 laps with a total time of 2 hours, 58 minutes, and 52 seconds. The result completed a 3-race winning sequence. Reddick stated, "Beating SVG on a road course made it that much sweeter." Following the race, a second development emerged. Reports from within the garage indicated that Shane van Gisbergen made internal remarks regarding Reddick's performance. These remarks were not public statements, but were reported through sources connected to team environments. The reported claims included concerns about an invisible aerodynamic advantage, cornering grip above normal standards, strong straight-line speed, and unusually low tire wear. Additional references included subtle aerodynamic tweaks and weight distribution advantages. It is essential to distinguish between reported remarks and verified findings. There is zero official confirmation of anything irregular. NASCAR has not announced any investigation related to the race. 23X. Racing has not issued a statement addressing the claims. No penalties or rule violations have been recorded. The remarks therefore remain unverified and categorized as internal discussion rather than formal accusation. Despite the absence of official action, the situation has influenced the competitive environment. The mood in the garage, it's tense. This tension is linked to the performance gap observed during the race and the sequence of 3 consecutive wins. In a series where vehicle specifications are tightly regulated, consistent dominance generates scrutiny from competitors. The interaction between Reddick and van Gisbergen now extends beyond individual race results. This rivalry is no longer just about road courses. It includes broader elements such as performance legitimacy and competitive comparison. The progression from race competition to internal questioning marks a shift in the relationship between the two drivers. From a standings perspective, Reddick holds a leading position. The 3 consecutive wins correspond to 3 playoff qualifying victories, effectively securing advancement opportunities later in the season. The accumulation of points and wins establishes a measurable advantage. Massive momentum describes the statistical position resulting from these results. The situation presents 2 possible developments. One outcome is continued performance without regulatory issues, resulting in sustained competitive advantage. The second outcome involves potential technical scrutiny if governing bodies identify irregularities. At present, no such scrutiny has been formally initiated. The broader context of the next-gen era is relevant. Vehicle specifications are standardized to reduce performance gaps between teams. As a result, deviations in performance are subject to increased observation. When someone wins like that, people start looking. This reflects the structural design of the series, where consistent dominance is statistically uncommon. The central question remains based on available data. Is this just competitive frustration talking, or is there something deeper here? The answer depends on future actions by regulatory authorities and continued race results. At present, only verified facts include race results, standings, and the absence of official investigation. The sequence of events includes the race at COTA, the achievement of 3 consecutive wins, the race incidents and strategy decisions, the final result, and the subsequent internal remarks reported from the garage. Each element contributes to the current competitive narrative. The early phase of the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series now includes both performance records and developing competitive tension. The next races will provide additional data to evaluate whether current results represent sustained competitive advantage or isolated performance outcomes.